So first off, Wolfgang, could you give us just a brief outline of what this documentary is all about, please?
Well, my documentary was made by David Gelb. You know, I didn't cook up the documentary. David cooked the documentary. So I think I wanted to share with people, especially young people, and that's why we decided to do it with Disney Plus, is because many young people gonna watch the movie and gonna feel also, you know what? I had adversity. I wasn't born rich. I didn't have this. I didn't go to college in a famous to a famous college or whatsoever, you know. So I think young people will take away. I said, you know what? If Wolfgang can do it, I can do it. You just need perseverance. You know, adversity. Take the glass half full, not half empty, and says, you know, I'm gonna overcome adversity. I'm gonna challenge everybody, and I'm gonna show them that I can do it.
That's yeah, I must admit the whole thing about kind of becoming going back to being potato peeler really did kind of hit a chord for me, having had done that myself. So David, how did this whole documentary come about with Disney Plus?
Well, we wanted to make the film before Disney got involved, but my company, Supper Club, has done a number of projects with Disney, including Marvel's The 616. And so we've been working with them, and I felt like the themes of Wolfgang's story feel very Disney to me. I mean, Ratatouille, one of my favorite movies, I feel like there's some themes in there. The idea that, just like in Ratatouille, Wolfgang's stepfather told him, you can't be a chef, it's not what we do. And Wolfgang followed his dream. He pursued it. And really, it's like anyone can cook. If you follow your dream, he had the talents, but he had the passion to take advantage of the opportunities. And so this is an incredible story, coming from Austria to Hollywood and changing the way that we look at food, the way that we look at chefs. And Disney was the perfect partner for it.
That's cool. And kind of Wolfgang, I just wanted to ask you, did you like learn anything about yourself from making this documentary?
Well, you know, I really thought for me to reliving my childhood was an important part of my own growth, even today, and say really coming out of it, telling it to everybody, telling it to my children, so that way they know, really where I came from a little bit more, know more about me. I think for me, that's really an important part. And I think it's a great story, a very positive story. And we always want to enforce positive energy to young people, especially that they can overcome difficulties. And I think I certainly had my difficulties. I certainly had my adversities and so forth. But I tried my best to overcome it. And I did not take no for an answer. I did not say, you cannot do that. I did not take that for an answer. I said, yes, I can.
That's great. And I just kind of really wanted to ask you really is, if you could give advice to anyone starting up in like a new restaurant, what would it be, that one little tip?
If you open a restaurant, I think opening a restaurant is really very difficult because so many people out there, they're not professional. They think it's so easy. You know, what you do is you put food on a plate and give it to the customer. There are so many small details you have to know. Unless these days, if you want to open an upscale restaurant, you really have to know your profession. You should know how to cook, and you have to have passion for it. If you're not passionate about it, how are you going to go to work on a Saturday night, on New Year's Eve, on Mother's Day? You're going to say, well, I'm going to stay home with my family, or I'm going to stay home by myself. So I think going into the restaurant business, when we make something look easy, like I watch a basketball player hitting the basket, I said, oh my God, this is so easy. I remember when I saw the golfers hitting the golf ball, I said, what's the big deal? The golf ball is lying there. All you have to do is hit it, and the hole is 200 yards away. That must be easy. And I tried it, and I said, oh my God, I didn't even touch the ball when I swung the first time, So I said, what? Where's the ball? It's still sitting there. So I think if somebody makes it look easy, it's generally what happened before. There were hours and hours and hours of practice, but also talent, but also passion.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time out your day today to speak to me. I'm really enjoyed the documentary, and I can't wait for everyone to watch it on June the 25th. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.